Hey, it's Danielle with SeaMyBeach.com, and we're here at the beautiful Lookout Lodge. And we ran into Brandon Paquin at the turtle release, and he was one of the rescuers.
One of the primary responders to Winter's rescue, Winter Dolphin Tale.
All right, thank you. And then tell us about that, please.
Well, we were speaking with Rick earlier, and we were talking about how a lot of people see a lot of things in the movie, and they're really interested to know what happened and what didn't happen in the movie. A very good question that I keep getting from multiple people is it true that she didn't like her first tail, that she was hitting it against the tank and beating it up? That was actually something that was kind of created for the movie because it builds up more suspense.
Yeah,
it builds up more, okay, well, we can't wait to see what happens. Oh no, what's going to happen if she doesn't wear the tail, you know? That process is a very slow process, and the way Winter's injury works, she lost her tail, she lost 2 vertebrae as well back towards the tail, so she has a bumped end of a vertebrae that sticks out. So this prosthetics company had to make a specific mold of her tail so it fit exactly right. Well, even before that was developed, they were sending these materials to the Clearwater Marine Aquarium so Abby Stone, who's Winter's trainer, could start desensitizing her to these certain materials. And they would start off as easily as putting the sock or sleeve right on the dock while they were doing a session. Then moving it a little closer, asking her to touch it, then putting it maybe on her dorsal fin or on her pectoral fin to start making her comfortable with it. After that happened, they actually got a tail and started working it on, but because they had done all that work of introducing her to it very slowly and desensitizing her to it, it was actually a very easy thing once they got the prosthetic to kind of work it into her daily situation. And she only wears it for a couple hours each day.
Oh, really?
At certain increments, and that can change based on her behavior, on how she's eating that day, how she's feeling, her public programs, whatever she has going on. But it's mostly important that she just uses it at some point in time throughout the week, every day, to maintain that natural motion of her tail. So that part is very true about, you know, having to use it to prevent her from curving or getting a scoliosis or getting a bend in her spine. That's something we see very commonly in marine mammals that are stranded that aren't swimming the way they're supposed to be swimming.
Okay. And how does a dolphin swim without a tail?
It's kind of like seeing somebody walk on their hands that's lost their legs. They adapt and they overcome. You know, people we can adapt pretty easily. Animals blow us away tenfold. It's amazing. You ever seen a dog that has no back legs that walks on its hind legs? I've seen dogs like that. I've seen animals that are blind learn how to hunt by using their body to feel. So she uses now, that tail on a marine mammal, of course, goes up and down. Fish side to side. So on a marine mammal, usually she's going up and down with that tail, and that peduncle muscle, they call it, that comes back from the back of the body to the tail is very powerful, and usually it's very streamlined. It goes up and down. Well, in this case, because she lost the up and down locomotion, she uses that fat paddle, wide part of the tail now, and kind of swims in a serpentine motion and uses her pectoral flippers immensely, a lot. She uses them all the time. It's mostly this, and she's got these nice little dolphin pec muscles because she does that, you know? But she's learned to adapt to her environment and overcome, and this is why so many children and war veterans that have lost limbs or have some kind of traumatic injury identify with her, is because they see this animal that adapted and overcame as well. You know, that you would think, how's a dolphin going to survive without a tail? Well, she did. She did it a great way, and now she's famous for it. She's touched millions of lives. She's made for advances in prosthetics for people. War veterans that had very uncomfortable prosthesis before, they would get rashes and burn marks, now have these special silicones that were designed for a dolphin but work great for people as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
And where is Winter kept in captivity right now?
Well, she's we would say captivity in the sense is like a negative thing per se.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like saying she can't live out in the wild, so she's going to live with people. So we like to say living with people.
Okay.
The best way, you know, to put it. She's at Clearwater Marine Aquarium, and if you haven't been there, they're making renovations. The Clearwater Marine Aquarium is one of the most amazing places I have visited in my animal career, because it used to be a water treatment plant, and somebody had a vision to open up a place just to rescue and rehabilitate animals. That place is not a place where you go to pay money to see a dolphin show. Every animal there is there that was rescued and could not be returned back to the wild. And if you want to see Winter, you can always go 24 hours a day to SeaWinter.com and they have a live webcam up where you can see her 24 hours a day, even at night. They have a night vision camera up there. And even more so, if you want to help out, with Winter and spreading her message and helping out people, you can go and make a donation to Iguana Marine Aquarium too. Even $1 helps.
Yeah.
You know, it just means so much. It's going to a great place for a great cause. And they do a lot of work to help our marine animals out, such as otters, turtles, birds. I mean, you name it. They take care of everything.
I definitely need to make my way up there. That sounds like an awesome place. And I'm guessing you have a crazy amount of love towards animals because we just ran into you here at the Turtle Rescue.
I'll do anything. When I was living in the Cayman Islands for about the past year, I was working with the blue iguanas there, and it's a recovery program. There were less than, if I have it right, there were less than 15 in like 2006, 2007, and this a brilliant gentleman down there, Fred Burton, had a great idea of finding where these animals are hatching out, collecting the babies, and then protecting them in cages for the amount of time so they can get large enough so they can run from the predators. So it gives them an extra chance. And now they're up into the thousands of animals, and this is in a very short period of time. A very good friend of mine, John Morata, who has just now moved up to Vermont, was the head warden there, and he brought me in under his wing. And this guy came from New Jersey, knew nothing about blue iguanas, and learned every plant in that park. He knew every species of bird, and knew more about the Cyclera, which is the species or even the genus of these the blue iguanas, than most of the people that were there, except for Fred, of course. So it's amazing to see how, if you go somewhere and you put yourself there, you end up helping out if you love animals. Like, I got the call from Missy. I'm moving down here today. I was in the Keys in half an hour, and I lived here before. Yeah, I'm going to be in Key Largo, and I've lived in the Keys all my life, off and on, Marathon mostly. And I came here, and within a half an hour, I'm help releasing a turtle. And it just, if you put yourself there, you try to do your part, and you try to make it happen, it will happen. You just have to do your part.
Thank you for what you do.
You're very welcome. Thank you
so much. Well, thank you, Brandon, so much for being part of this interview and just loving the animals.
I appreciate it.
And my name's Danielle.
I'm Brandon.
And we love SeeMyBeach.com.